So now he's been appointed by who knows who in the background,
Mm-hmm.
which is something you referred to earlier. And he's I just don't think he's very capable. Thank you so much for making yourself available.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. You and I have been doing regular videos for a while now, and now we do them every month looking at Bitcoin. And we also did one where we looked at Ripple and Ethereum. And now we also look at certain political issues.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a new prime minister, the most popular prime minister who's got in by popular, unequivocal popular mandate, Andy Burnham.
Well, could be better for the UK.
Yes. Before we look at Andy Burnham's prospects, one of the things you said about Keir Starmer when we first looked at him maybe a year or so ago was that the man had no integrity. It was in his charts.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he has no integrity. He really doesn't. I'm not much more hopeful about Andy Burnham. Now, I'll have the links in the description below for people to go and check out Lauren's work. I've had personal readings from her and found them uncannily accurate. She does crypto readings as well, and she can support you in getting set up with crypto and personal readings. Great, Lauren. Okay, so Mr. Andy Burnham.
Okay, well, let's
Now,
pull up.
before you tell me anything, I don't think he's going to last. Don't think he's going to
You don't think?
last.
Okay. We'll play some bets now. This is Andy Burnham's chart. He's born January 7th, 1970. Time's unknown, so I'm using 12 p.m. whole sign astrology, and he's born in Aintree, England. Lancashire, England. I hope I pronounced that correctly.
Aintree.
Entry, okay.
Aintree.
Okay. Excuse me.
Lancashire, England.
Okay. Entry, Lancashire, England. Okay. So the one thing that stands out to me the most, and I won't go over his whole chart. Maybe I'll do a separate video on that. But Pluto is next to his descendant, and that's really what stands out to me the most in his chart. Deceit, deceitful actions, deceitful partnerships, controlling, manipulative. South Node is here. It's in Virgo. Really overly analytical, overly like it's obsession that's going on with the partnerships. Now that could be obsession for power, maybe wanting power, or an obsession in the partnerships, maybe wanting to be noticed by the king, or maybe I feel like it's more obsession for power or control over people. I think that's the best word. Control over people. Obsession for power to control people. I feel like that's the best description of that. Now, that's not to say that everybody who has their Pluto next to their descendant, that could be like this. That's not what I'm saying. For his chart, that's what I'm saying. Now, we also have we also have Mars here. Mars is next to this North Node. It's in the first house. Now, Mars is not opposite to Pluto, and that's okay, but it's in the opposite house. So there is this aggressive, I want to say there's more of a passive aggressive to him. Maybe he won't come out and explode on the public directly, but there's like this passive aggressive, things could happen and he could pass things in Parliament almost to get back at what's been brewing in the background. Get back at his adversaries or even like the people. But he won't come out so much and say it to your face exactly. Sometimes he could, but I'm saying more like something that really hits him deeply. Like he'll passive aggressively try to get back and get his way, get his power in control. And I'm talking about and how maybe his leadership style. That's what I'm talking about. The North Node here next to Mars could be scattered at times, changing his mind, changing his ideas. Okay, we'll do this way. No, we're going to change it, and now we're going to do it this way. Oh, no, now we're going to do it this way. Just maybe constantly changing the mind, not sure how to go, scattered, not able to organize the UK, not able to get UK on track. Escapism. I don't know if he has anything that he does outside of his Parliament job, recreational activities or anything like that, if he has a tendency towards alcohol or something, that could be something. If he could maybe he likes to drink, but because of all the pressure that's building, maybe he drinks a little bit more, and maybe that's something that starts to come out during this his leadership here, and he wants to do his own thing. His sun is in Capricorn, sun next to Venus and the moon. That's beautiful energy. That really is. He has this, I would say, like a charisma about him. People do listen to him. Maybe the people who are in his networks maybe listen to him. But that could also be because of manipulation from Pluto. He could just be putting on a mask. But deep down inside, he could be wanting to, I don't know, play some puppets, say things that get people to do things. But he does have this way about him that do attract people to him. Networking. Maybe it's networking that helps him. He can network very well. So maybe that's how he's gotten into the position that he's in, because of the people that he knows, or the strings that he's pulled behind the scenes to manipulate the people. Somehow, I feel like it's like he got there, obviously, because of who he knows. He knew Keir Starmer, but other people too in the background that helped him to get into his position that he's in. But he's able to build strong networks. And that could be helpful for the UK if he uses it in the right way. But I feel like that there could be some troubles with that. This is the chart that's looking at when he was officially the prime minister on July the 20th. Saturn was squaring to his sun. The moon was squaring to the sun. Mercury was opposite to his sun. A lot of things going on in him. Now, you could look at this in one way and say, okay, he is going from his position to becoming the prime minister. That's a big change of direction in life. Saturn the second is changing the values of how he's looking at his life, of what he's doing, changing how he's, I'm going to say making money, but also moving. Maybe he moved from his house where he lived to where the prime ministers live. A lot of changes in his life, but with the squaring to Saturn, it's like there's something like a shadow in the background. Saturn is in Aries, and the moon was in the 8th house. So it's, again, I feel like I see this as if he's gotten here due to lies that he's told, things happening in secret in the background. That's why he was here. Eventually, those will come out. It's a challenge. He's challenging also the country, the people of the country, with Pluto also being squared. This is his chart, and this is not UK's chart, but the people still do represent the moon still represents the people, and in his own personal chart, it also represents his emotions, psychological, not using his emotions and his psychology, manipulation tactics to the best extent that he could use them to. Maybe he is very brilliant. Maybe he's very smart. He knows, again, how to read the room, how to talk to people, network, but he also knows how to manipulate the situation as well. Neptune is next to Chiron here. Unrealistic expectations. Maybe he's even lacking confidence in the background and trying not to show anybody that he's lacking some confidence. Changing his confusion. There's confusion in his own personal self. But I feel like that confusion is going to also be mirrored to the UK. What he's feeling is also going to be mirrored to the UK, meaning it could be more chaotic. His term, however, I don't know how long the rest of his term is going to be, because it's not going to be a full term until they have the next election. But whatever his time here is, it's going to have more chaos and confusion growing because of this Pluto here. That's very important. Descendant is the partnerships, and this is going to be mirroring him wanting the power, but yet also maybe lacking the confidence somewhere, and that's just mirroring out to the people, and the people feeling the chaos back. Financial pressure and increased responsibilities. Financial pressure, Saturn squaring Saturn. Saturn is in the value and the money houses are being hit here. I feel like the way he handles the finances, or the policies he tries to make in order to help finances, is going to be a challenge. Jupiter was also squaring Jupiter at that time, expanding the issues, expanding the problems. Jupiter was in the 6th house, in his natal Jupiter in the 9th house. Okay, expansion, health. His health there could also be some underlining issues going on with his health. I'm not saying he's going to pass away. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying there could be some kind of, maybe a stress-related health issue that also comes about. I'm not saying today, I'm not saying tomorrow, but it could, during his term, there could be some kind of underlying health issue that comes up. And maybe that would prevent him from rerunning or trying to be re-elected. Mm-hmm. But sudden, unexpected changes as well with him. He could be taking also aggressive actions in his policy making. And I say that because of Mars and Uranus. Sudden, abrupt changes within the domestic policies, the domestic affairs. I see him as not being as helpful as he was thought to be. I feel like his ego is going to get in the way, and it's going to cause, like, power plays, manipulation. That's going to get in the way for his determination of wanting an obsession with power. Suddenly changing things that causes chaos. Maybe his confidence is not as grand as he makes it seem, and that is somehow going to also cause chaos for the people. Do I see him being voted out or anything? I don't even know if that could happen, since Keir Starmer stepped down and he was replaced. But I see him having a very difficult time and making more problems on top of the problems that are already there. Yeah, that's how I see it. I pulled up very quickly. I didn't even look at this chart, but this is the solar eclipse chart that's happening on the 12th of August, 1847 for the UK time. And I just wanted to see what his chart looked like. And he has this square going on. He has some tensions still, major tensions occurring. Pluto squaring to Jupiter, its power across with the allies, communication. It's like the the domestic front. It's all like, it's like a cage around him. Like there's like, he can't, or it's boxed him in. There's like problems coming in from all areas, all places, not just home, not just abroad. I see them to have a very challenged time during this eclipse. The people especially being aggravated by him, maybe even expanding a movement. I'm not sure what the movement is right now, but like a movement to, I don't know, make a change because they're just done with Keir Starmer. Now they have Andy Burnham come in here. But I see this as a very, very challenging time for him as well.
Well, here's my take on him. Mm-hmm. So he is a little bit more charm than Keir Starmer. Mm-hmm. He's a bit more personable. He's mediocre. Okay. He didn't do a great job in Manchester. I think he ran for leader of the Labour Party twice before and came nowhere. Okay. So now he's been appointed by who knows who in the background, mm-hmm. which is something you referred to earlier, secret stuff going on.
Yep.
Yeah. So, and he's I just don't think he's very capable.
Yeah.
It's just a midway. We don't have capable politicians anymore.
Unfortunately,
in
no.
The UK. No.
I feel like that's could be like a world, a global trend.
Well, certainly in Europe and the UK, I think Russia, China, and the US are doing okay right now. Yes. Okay. With their leaders.
All right, so maybe a localized area trend.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, Lauren, listen, thank you so much. We'll see how that shapes out. I'll have the links in the description below where people can find you. And this is going to go out on my channel and also on Lauren's channel. So subscribe to both and everything. This is Rich and Lauren signing out. All the best. Bye-bye.